Yeah. Check it. Primo on the boards. Let me define the undefined. Nas is like,
Yeah, Nas is like the breeze through the project hallway. Nas is like the echo when the gunshot stop play. Nas is like the flicker of the street light at midnight. Nas is like the whisper of the truth in the spotlight. I'm like the crack in the pavement where the weeds grow. I'm like the cold sweat when the heart beats slow. I'm like the ink in the pen that the scribe holds. I'm like the story that the ghetto unfolds. I'm like the shadow on the wall of the precinct. I'm like the clue that the detective couldn't link. I'm like the puzzle piece that they always overthink. I'm like the missing link, the missing stink. I'm like the jazz note that bends and it slides. I'm like the tide that turns when the moon hides. I'm like the pride that the poor man hides inside. I'm like the guide that the lost man finds. Nas is like the sun on a cloudy day, breaking through the gray, showing you the way. Nas is like the calm in the midst of the fray, standing in the storm, never run away. Nas is like the truth you can't deny. Nas is like the gleam in the wise man's eye. Nas is like the bird that learns to fly from the concrete below to the open sky. I'm like the blueprint of a city that's burning. I'm like the lesson that the youth keep learning. I'm like the pages that the history's turning. I'm like the fire that the system keeps earning. I'm like the bullet that missed this target. I'm like the promise that the broke man heart got. I'm like the chance that they always disregarded. I'm like the king that the pawns all guarded. I'm like the rhythm in the subway tunnel. I'm like the funnel that catches the trouble. I'm like the rubble that turns into a castle. I'm like the throttle that makes the engine rattle. I'm like the word that the scholar can't pronounce. I'm like the ounce that makes the scale bounce. I'm like the bounce in the step of a pounce. I'm like the mountain that the climber announced. Nas is like the sun on a cloudy day, breaking through the gray, showing you the way. Nas is like the calm in the midst of the fray, standing in the storm, never run away. Nas is like the truth you can't deny. Nas is like the gleam in the wise man's eye. Nas is like the bird that learns to fly from the concrete below to the open sky. Let me slow the flow, just to show the layers. I'm like the prayers of the single stairway mothers. I'm like the brothers that turned into others. I'm like the covers that hide the undercovers. I'm like the double entendre, the hidden agenda. I'm like the splendor of the urban offender. I'm like the tender memory of a young contender who never surrendered, his soul was slender. I'm like the paradox, the square peg in the round. I'm like the sound that travels underground. I'm like the crown that's heavy but profound. I'm like the found truth when the lies unbound. I'm like the mirror that shows you your reflection. I'm like the correction to your misdirection. I'm like the connection to your own perfection. I'm like the resurrection of the street infection. So when they ask who I am, tell them I'm the syntax, the flow that relax, the grit and the wax, the diamond in the rough, the axe that attacks, the facts in the raps, the maps to the traps. Nas is like,
what you wanna be? You wanna be? What you wanna be?
but I'm always me.
Queensbridge's finest. Queensbridge's finest. Queensbridge's finest.
Primo. Scratch it out. Peace.
Yeah. Rewind the tape. Every chapter, every moment. This is the episode. My story. Rewind the tape to the very first scene. Queensbridge projects, the concrete dream. A kid with a pen and a hungry gleam, writing his destiny, stitching the seam. I remember the nights when the heat was off, the radiator banged but the cold was rough. The hunger in my belly was a permanent cough, but I kept writing rhymes, I never gave up. The first time I touched the mic, I felt the spark. The first time I heard the beat, I left my mark. The first time I saw the crowd, I made my arc. The first time I felt the love, I knew I'd embark. That was episode 1, the birth of the flow, the beginning of the story, the start of the show. From the projects to the world, I was ready to go, and I never looked back, I let the rhythm grow. Episode, the chapters of my life. The struggle, the hustle, the joy, the strife. Every verse is a page, every rhyme is a knife. Episode, I'm living the life. Episode, the story unfolds. The tales of the block, the legends I've told. Every moment is gold, every memory is bold. Episode, I'm never getting old. Episode 2, the battle for the crown. The rivals who wanted to tear me down, the ones who doubted, the ones who frowned, the ones who said I'd never leave the ground. I remember the nights in the studio booth, spitting the truth, the fire in the youth. Every bar was a weapon, every word was the proof that I was born for this, I was built for the truth. The critics said I was too complex, said I needed to simplify, too flex. But I stayed in my lane, I stayed in my hex, and I built my empire from the ground up intact. Episode 3, the rise to the top. The moment I knew I would never stop. The world was mine, I was ready to swap. The concrete for the clouds, the block for the shop. Episode, the chapters of my life. The struggle, the hustle, the joy, the strife. Every verse is a page, every rhyme is a knife. Episode, I'm living the life. Episode, the story unfolds. The tales of the block, the legends I've told. Every moment is gold, every memory is bold. Episode, I'm never getting old. Let the piano cry, let the sample breathe. I'm looking at the journey, I'm ready to leave. A legacy of rhyme, a permanent wreath for the ones who believe, the ones who could grieve. Episode 4, the losses I've faced, the friends I've lost, the battles I've chased, the moments of doubt, the moments of haste, the moments that humble me, put me in my place. But every episode taught me a lesson. The pain was a blessing, the stress was a session of growth and of wisdom, of truth and of essence. And I'm still standing here, the ultimate presence. So let the tape roll, let the episodes play. I've got so many stories, so much to say. From the first to the last, I'm here to stay. And the best episode is still on the way. Episode, yeah. Episode, the story continues. Every chapter is a lesson. Episode, peace. Episode, yes. Episode.
Yeah. But closer. The pretty lies, the ugly truth. I've seen it all. Listen.
Ugly. I walk the block and I see the ugly, the faces of the lost, the ones who are buggy, the broken glass, the blood on the rug. See the smiles that hide the pain of the druggie. I see the kids with the hunger in their eyes, the ones who've been told 1,000 lies, the ones who've been taught to despise, the ones who've been beaten down to size. I see the cops with the badge and the gun, the ones who claim justice but they never done, the ones who profile the father and son, the ones who leave the community undone. I see the politicians with the silver tongue, the ones who promise change but they've always hung with the rich and the powerful, the ones who sprung from the ugly root of the system they've sung. And I look in the mirror and I see the ugly too, the scars of the struggle, the things I've been through, the choices I made, the things I pursued, the ugly truth of the life I knew. Ugly. The truth beneath the shine, the cracks in the concrete, the broken design, the lies that we tell, the thoughts that we hide. Ugly, it's all inside. Ugly, the mirror doesn't lie, the pain in the eyes, the tears that we cry, the struggle to survive, the reason we try. Ugly, we all live and die. I remember the night I saw my homie fall, not to a bullet, but to the internal call of the demons that whispered, the ugliest brawl, the ones that made him surrender his all. He had the smile, he had the charm, he had the hustle, he had the farm, but inside he was broken, he was alarmed. He was the ugly truth of the self-inflicted harm. I seen the ugliest side of the fame. The ones who claim they love you but they're playing the game. The ones who smile in your face but they're planning the shame. The ones who disappear when you're not the same. I seen the ugliest side of the street. The ones who compete and the ones who retreat. The ones who sell their soul for the meat. The ones who never admit defeat. It's all around me, the ugly and raw. The flaw in the system, the crack in the law. The ones who take and the ones who withdraw. The ugly truth that I can't ignore. Ugly, 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 ugly.
The truth beneath the shine, the cracks in the concrete, the broken design, the lies that we tell, the thoughts that we hide. Ugly, ugly, it's all inside. Ugly, ugly. The mirror doesn't lie, the pain in the eyes, the tears that we cry, the struggle to survive, the reason we try. Ugly, ugly, we all live and die.
Let the piano cry, let the sample distort. I'm looking at the ugly, the final report. The ones who survived and the ones who fell short. The ones who fought hard and the ones who were caught. I've been through the ugly, I've seen the worst. The ones who died first, the ones who were cursed. The ones who were broken and the ones who reversed. The ones who rose from the bottom immersed. But the ugly never leaves, it's a permanent stain. A scar on the soul, a mark on the brain. A reminder of the struggle, the joy and the pain. A reason to rise and then never again. So I write about the ugly, I speak the truth. To the ones who were lost, to the ones in their youth. The ugly is real, it's a permanent proof that we're all fighting through the same broken roof. Yeah. Ugly. Look closer. It's all around us. But the truth sets you free. Ugly, ugly, peace. Ugly, 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 yes. Ugly, 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 yes. Ugly, 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 ugly.
Yeah. Turn the volume up. This one's for the blocks that raised me, for the stairs I climb, the corners I own. Represent.
I rep the concrete, the cracks and the rust. The elevator that's broken, the stairs that I trust. The hallway that echoes with stories of lust. For a better tomorrow, a life that's robust. I rep the bodega on the corner, cat on the counter. The old man who's been there since the first body counter. The kids on the stoop, the dreams that they mount up. The hustlers who trade time for a momentary fount up. I rep the train that rattles through the night. Graffiti tags that glow in the fluorescent light. The sound of the city, the heartbeat of the fight. The struggle that turns the weekend to the might. This ain't just a place, it's a part of my frame. The dirt on my sneakers is the proof of the game. Every scar on the pavement is a part of my name. And I carry it with me, I ain't never the same. Represent, represent. For the ones who never bent, for the block that never slept, for the rent that never went. Represent, represent. Every scar and every dent, this is my foundation, this is where my soul was sent. Represent, represent. For the homies on the bench, for the mothers on their knees, for the fathers in the trench. Represent, represent. I'm a product of the bench, and I'll never turn my back on the block that made me dream. I rep the sound of the dice on the asphalt, the crack of the bat, the basketball assault, the laughter of the kids, the cry of the halt, the truth that the system always tries to exalt. I rep the project window, the view of the city, the skyline that's ugly but somehow so pretty. The stories of the old heads, the ones who were witty. The memories of the young heads, the ones who got gritty. They say, Nas, you made it, why you still look back? I say the root is the trunk, and the trunk is the track that leads to the branches that never go slack. I'm the fruit of the struggle, I can't turn my back. I walk through the avenue, heads turn and they stare. They see the success, but they don't see the prayer that got me through the winters, the cold and the bare. The block is my backbone, I'm forever aware. Represent, represent. For the ones who never bent, for the block that never slept, for the rent that never went. Represent, represent. Every scar and every dent, this is my foundation, this is where my soul was sent. Represent, represent. For the homies on the bench, for the mothers on their knees, for the fathers in the trench. Represent, represent. I'm a product of the bench, and I'll never turn my back on the block that made me drench. tempo, let the soul sample, breathe, reflect on the faces that taught me to grieve, and the ones that taught me to stand up and believe in the power of the block when the world tries to deceive. I've been to the mansions, the marble, the gold, but the memory of the gutter is the story I hold. It's the fire in my pen, the muscle in my bowl. It's the reason my stories never get old. I represent for the kid who ain't got a voice, for the one who's forced to make the wrong choice, for the one who's hearing the sirens and noise and still finds a way to rise and rejoice. So when I'm on the stage with the lights in my face, I'm not just one man, I'm the whole of the place. The blocks, the stairs, the projects, the space. I'm the echo of the struggle, the grit and the grace.
Yeah, represent. Every step I take, they feel it. Every word I speak, they hear it. This is for the block, forever. Queensbridge to the world. Represent. Represent. Represent.
Yeah. Dig deep in the crates.
This one's for the originals, the ones who can't be duplicated. Rare, listen. I'm rare like the first snow in the projects, rare like the honesty that the block neglects, rare like the soul that the system rejects, rare like the truth that the world forgets. I'm rare like the sample that nobody found, the dusty vinyl that's still underground, the obscure record with the forgotten sound, the one that makes your head spin around. I've been in this game since the early days, before the flash, before the craze, before the internet, before the haze. I was writing rhymes in the project maze. I'm rare like the flow that can't be cloned, rare like the mind that's fully grown, rare like the seeds that I've sown. I'm the original, the flesh and the bone. I'm one of a kind, the original mind, the one they can't find. I'm the treasure in the crate, the one they rewind. I'm forever lying. The diamond in the rough, the one who's been through the struggle and the stuff. I'm the real, the authentic, the tough. I've had enough of the bluff. I watch the new generation come and go. They copy the style, they copy the flow, but they miss the essence, they miss the glow of the one who built the foundation from below. I'm rare like the wisdom of the old head, rare like the words that the prophet said, rare like the path that the leaders tread. I'm the one who survived when the others fled. I remember the days when I was overlooked, underestimated, overbooked, but I kept my vision, I kept my hook, and I wrote my name in the history book. I'm rare like the courage to stand alone, rare like the voice on the microphone, rare like the journey I've known. I'm the king of the block, I've grown and I've grown. Rare, I'm one of a kind, the original mind, the one they can't find. I'm the treasure in the crate, the one they rewind. Rare, I'm forever lying. Rare, the diamond in the rough, the one who's been through the struggle and the stuff. I'm the real, the authentic, the tough. I've had enough of the bluff. Let the flute take flight, let the soul record spin. I'm looking at the game and I'm ready to win. Not for the money, not for the sin, but for the legacy I'm building from within. I'm rare like the love that never fades, rare like the memory that the block invades, rare like the future that I've made. I'm the architect of the original crusade. So let the copycats copy, let the clones be clones. I built my empire from the concrete stones. I paid my dues, I earned my loans, and I'm still the king on the eternal throne. This is the anthem of the ones who stay true, the ones who stay real, the ones who push through, the ones who are rare, the ones who pursue the path of the original, the chosen few. Yeah. That's the only way. Original forever. Rare, forever, rare.
Peace, peace, peace. Yeah. Step into my office. The throne is heavy, but the crown is mine. This is the life of a Don. Listen, I sit at the table, the king of the concrete. The crown on my head, the power complete. Every move I make is a calculated feat. Every word I speak is a permanent beat. I've seen the youngins rise, I've seen the old heads fall. I've seen the ones who talk big, had nothing at all. I've seen the ones who sold their soul for the call. Now they ghosts in the wind, nothing at all. I'm the Don of the block, the ruler of the lane. I've been through the fire, I've been through the rain. I've carried the weight of the joy and the pain, and I'm still standing tall, I'm still in the game. They come to me with problems, they come to me with fears. They come to me with hopes, they come to me with tears. I listen to them all, I see through the veneers, and I give them the truth, the guidance of the years. The Don, the king of the street. The one they all come to when they need to eat. The one who built the empire, the one who's complete. The Don, the ultimate seat. The Don, the weight of the crown. The ones who disrespect, they never stick around. I built this kingdom from the ground. The Don, I own this town. Don, I own this town. I remember the days when I was just a pawn, running the block from the early to the dawn. Now I'm the Don and the game has moved on, but the rules are the same, the loyalty's drawn. They talk about the new school, the fresh blood, but I'm the foundation, the permanent flood. I've been through the war, I've been through the mud, and I'm still the one they bow to, the one they love. I got the respect of the young and the old. I got the stories that can never be told. I got the power that the weak can't hold, and the wisdom that the wise will unfold. I'm the Don of the borough, the Don of the rhyme. The one who's been grinding since the very first time. The one who's been writing the script and the line, and I'm still the king, I'm still in my prime. Yeah, the one they all come to when they need to eat. The one who built the empire, the one who's complete. The Don, the ultimate seat. The Don, the weight of the crown. The ones who disrespect, they never stick around. I built this kingdom from the ground. The Don, I own this town. The Don, I own this town. Let the piano cry, let the opera sing. I'm looking at the kingdom, I'm the king of the ring. They think they know the pressure, but they don't know the sting of carrying the weight of everything. I've lost some soldiers on the way to the top. Some fell to the bullet, some fell to the drop. Some sold their loyalty for a permanent stop. And I still feel the loss, I still feel the flop, but I keep moving forward, I keep the throne. I'm the Don of the block, the one who's alone, in the tower of power, the ultimate zone. And I'll never surrender, I'll never atone. So let the youngins come, let them take their stance. But I'm the one they'll measure, the one they'll advance. I'm the original Don, the ultimate chance, and I'll be here forever in the kingdom's expanse. Yeah, yeah. The Don, the throne is heavy, but I'm built for it. Forever the king, forever the Don. Peace.
Watching the world move slow, remembering faces that I used to know. Let the sample breathe, let the memories flow. Yeah. Park bench cold, but the sun at my shoulder, watching the kids play. Getting older and older, I see my reflection in the puddle of rain. It takes me back to the block, back to the pain. Remember little Mikey, he could dribble a ball. Now he's 6 feet deep, didn't even get a call from the ones who claim they loved him, the ones who would brawl. Now they walk past his grave, don't remember at all. I see the spot where we used to trade our comics, where we planned our escapes from the economic, where the old heads told us stories of the chronic, and the world outside the projects was a toxic tonic. The graffiti on the wall is faded and cracked. The names that we wrote, the tags we attacked, now they ghosts on the brick, a historical fact. And I'm sitting here wondering where the time went. Exact.
Memory lane, I'm walking slow through the faces that I used to know, where the laughter and the pain both grow. I'm reminiscing, letting go. Memory lane, the shadows call, reminders of the rise and fall. I'm sitting here, I gave my all, remembering the ones who gave their all.
Yeah, I see the corner where we used to sell the Lucy's, where the hustlers would gather, the ones who were choosy. Now it's a coffee shop, clean and bougie. The irony hits me, heavy and woozy. Remember Sasha, she had dreams of the stage. Now she's raising 3 kids, stuck in a cage of a 2-bedroom apartment, minimum wage. She lost the spark, turned the page with a rage. I remember the night we snuck onto the roof, looking at the stars, feeling bulletproof. Now the roof is locked, the view is aloof, and the stars are just dots, distant and spoof. They built a new high-rise where the lot used to be, where we played stickball, wild and free. Now it's glass and steel, a gentrified sea, and I'm drowning in the change, just trying to breathe.
Memory lane, I'm walking slow through the faces that I used to know, where the laughter and the pain both grow. I'm reminiscing, letting go. Memory lane, the shadows call, reminders of the rise and fall. I'm sitting here, I gave my all, remembering the ones who gave their all. Let me close my eyes, let the piano cry, think of my old crew, wondering why. Some of us made it, some of us died, some of us chose the wrong path to ride. I remember the promise we made on the swing, that we'd always be brothers no matter the sting of the world that tried to break us, the harshness it bring. Now I'm the only one left who can still sing. I carry the names in the back of my mind, in the rhythm and the flow, the way that I rhyme. They're the fuel in my engine, the reason I climb. The ghosts of the block, the heroes of time. So I sit in the park with the pigeons and dust, reflecting on the memories, the ones I can trust. The block made me who I am, it's a must to remember the roots, the anger, the lust. They can change the buildings, the streets and the signs, but they can't erase the stories, the bloodlines. I'm a living monument, a keeper of rhymes, walking down memory lane, one step at a time. Yeah, memory lane, sitting in the park, watching the sunset, remembering the ones who ain't here no more. But their echoes, they live in me forever, forever.
Take a moment, breathe. This one's for the mind, for the soul. One time for your mind. One time. One time for your mind, let the thoughts unwind. Sitting on the roof watching the city grind. The sun dipping low, painting the sky gold. I'm reflecting on the journey, the stories in tow. I remember when the block was a cage of stress. Now I'm looking at it different, I'm counting my blessings. The hustle was a lesson, the pain was a test. Now I'm sipping on the peace, I'm feeling blessed. One time for the days when I didn't have a dime. One time for the nights when I did the crime. One time for the homies who did the time. One time for the ones who still in the climb. I light a spliff, let the smoke hit the air. I'm thinking about the past, but I'm free from the snare. The block made me solid, but I'm no longer there. In the mental, I'm floating, I'm finally aware. Where? One time for your mind, let it breathe. One time for the soul, let it lead. The weight of the world, the things you grieve. One time, just one time, believe. One time for the peace you deserve. One time for the lessons you observe. One time for the curve that you swerve. One time, just one time, preserve.
I walk through the avenue, headphones on. The beat is my companion, the rhythm my dawn. I see the faces of the past, but I'm moving on. The memories are gold, but the future is drawn. One time for the kid who used to run the block. Now he's in the ballroom making the stock. The game is the same, just a different lock. But the mind is the key to ultimate unlock. I think about the old heads, the ones who passed. Their words still echo, their lessons last. They told me, nah, the world is fast, but the mind is the engine, make it last. So I slow it down, I take my time, I let the rose piano play this rhyme, I let the soul vocal soothe my mind. I'm in the zone, I'm one of a kind. One time for your mind, let it breathe. One time for the soul, let it leave. The weight of the world, the things you grieve. One time, just one time, believe. One time for the peace you deserve. One time for the lessons you observe. One time for the curve that you swerve. One time, just one time, preserve. Let the rose cry, let the soul sing. I'm thinking about the block and everything. The pain, the gain, the joy, the sting. The way the world turns, the way the bells ring. One time for the mind that got me through the darkest nights, the sky so blue. The ones who doubted, the ones who knew that I was built for this. I was born to pursue. I don't need the fame, I don't need the gold. I just need the peace that the mind can hold. The story of the block, the story I told is the treasure I keep, the spirit I mold. So one time for the ones who still on the grind. One time for the ones who never lost their mind. One time for the ones who left the past behind. One time, just one time for the state of mind. Take a breath, let the stress subside. The block is an ocean and I'm the tide. I ride the wave, I'm no longer tired. One time for your mind, the ultimate guide, yeah. Yeah. One time for your mind. Take it slow. Breathe it in.
One time for your mind. One time for your mind.
Yeah, take it slow. Breathe it in.
One time for your mind.
Yeah.
One time for your mind.
The journey is the destination. One time, just one time.